Warren Buffett once said, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." He was talking about how our daily values shape our destiny. And interestingly, many of those same values are at the heart of how Jewish families have been building and keeping wealth for centuries. It's not about secret investments or insider connections. The real engine of Jewish generational wealth is a set of core values principles so deeply ingrained that they guide every decision, from the way children are raised to how businesses are built and handed down. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 of these timeless values and show you how they've created wealth that outlives the people who earned it. These aren't just theories. They're the same values that have shaped billionaires, business empires, and community leaders. And if you understand them, you can apply them in your own life starting today. Pillar number 1, responsibility. Wealth starts with ownership. In Jewish culture, responsibility isn't just about paying your bills on time or showing up for work. It's about taking full ownership of your life, your choices, your failures, your future. From a young age, children are taught that no one else is coming to save them. If they want success, security, or freedom, they must create it themselves. This mindset shapes how they see money, not as a paycheck handed out by someone else, but as a result of the decisions they make every single day. It's the same mindset Warren Buffett talks about when he says, ultimately there's one person responsible for your life, and that's you. In practice, that means taking charge of your education, your career, and your financial decisions instead of waiting for luck or circumstance to hand you an opportunity. And here's the kicker. This sense of responsibility is what makes Jewish families proactive. They don't wait for problems to arrive, they prepare for them. That's why they're more likely to have emergency funds, insurance, diversified investments, and contingency plans long before they're needed. Pillar number 2, learning, the ultimate compound interest. If responsibility is the foundation, learning is the engine. In Jewish tradition, knowledge is seen as the most valuable form of capital because it can't be stolen, inflated away, or lost in a market crash. This isn't passive learning either. It's an active, almost relentless pursuit of understanding. Children grow up not just memorizing facts, but learning to ask why and what if. They're encouraged to debate, challenge, and think critically, skills that are priceless in business and investing. While the average person might watch 3 hours of television at night, someone with this mindset might spend that time reading biographies of great entrepreneurs, studying market trends, or taking an online course in a new skill. And here's the magic. Over years and decades, those small investments in learning compound just like money in an interest-bearing account, creating sharper instincts and a wider set of opportunities. And here's something most people miss. This learning habit doesn't stop after school. It's not get a degree and you're done. It's a lifelong process. That's why you'll see successful Jewish entrepreneurs still attending seminars, reading industry journals, and surrounding themselves with mentors well into their 52nd, 62nd, and beyond. Because when the world changes, and it always does, it's not the strongest who survive, it's the most adaptable. And adaptability is built on continuous learning. Pillar number 3, resilience, turning setbacks into stepping stones. The third pillar is resilience, the ability to get knocked down and not just get back up, but get back up stronger. Jewish history is filled with challenges, exile, persecution, economic restrictions, and yet these challenges became training grounds for persistence. Families learned early that losing a job, a business, or even a home was not the end, it was simply a chapter. The story continues because you choose to turn obstacles into lessons. This pillar is visible in business too. Many successful Jewish entrepreneurs didn't hit it big with their first venture. They failed, sometimes more than once. But each time, they analyzed what went wrong, adjusted, and tried again. Resilience isn't about ignoring pain. It's about using it as a teacher. And here's the key. Resilience creates a kind of financial armor. When markets crash or industries shift, those who've built this mental toughness don't freeze, they adapt. And in that adaptation, they often find opportunities others are too shaken to see. Pillar number 4, long-term vision, playing the century game. The fourth pillar is long-term vision thinking in decades, not days. While most people plan for the next paycheck, or at best the next year, Jewish families often plan for the next generation. That means building businesses and investments designed to outlast political changes, market cycles, and even their own lifetimes. This is why you'll often see them in industries like real estate, finance, or education sectors that tend to hold value and grow over time. They understand that true wealth isn't about quick wins, it's about steady, compounding growth that can withstand storms. One Jewish proverb says, "A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in." That's long-term vision. It's not just building for yourself, it's building for your children and grandchildren. And here's the twist, this long-term vision doesn't just protect wealth, it multiplies it. When you think in 30-year timelines, you make different decisions. You avoid short-term risks that could wipe you out, you prioritize sustainable growth, and you focus on relationships that will still matter decades from now. This is exactly why so many Jewish family businesses survive and even thrive across multiple generations, while others burn bright and fade within a few years. Pillar number 5, social contribution, wealth with purpose. The fifth pillar is social contribution, the belief that wealth is a tool to uplift others, not just yourself. In Jewish culture, there's a concept called tzedakah, which is often translated as charity, but it's deeper than that. It's about justice and responsibility, using your resources to make the community stronger, more educated, and more resilient. It's not a choice, it's an obligation. You'll see it everywhere. A successful business owner funding scholarships for students they've never met. A landlord quietly maintaining low rents for struggling families. An investor pouring profits back into community programs. These acts don't just feel good, they create ripple effects that benefit everyone, including future generations. Here's the beauty of it. When a community thrives, individuals within it have more opportunities to succeed. By lifting others, you create a stronger network, a healthier market, and a legacy that money alone can't buy. This is why Jewish generational wealth isn't just measured in dollars, it's measured in the number of people educated, the businesses started, and the future secured because someone decided to give back. And here's something that might surprise you. Many of the most impactful contributions are done quietly. No press releases, no public recognition. Just deliberate, consistent giving that shapes the lives of people for decades to come. This mindset flips the script. Wealth isn't the final goal, it's the fuel for building something that outlives you. And when you think that way, the decisions you make with your money change completely. So there you have it, the 5 pillars that have built and protected Jewish generational wealth for centuries. Responsibility, owning your choices and your future. Learning, treating knowledge as the ultimate investment. Resilience, turning setbacks into stepping stones. Long-term vision building for decades, not days. Social contribution, using wealth to strengthen the community. These pillars aren't just cultural traditions, they're universal strategies. You don't have to be born into them to benefit from them. You can start adopting them today, and over time they can completely transform not just your finances, but the legacy you leave behind. If this video gave you a new way of thinking about money and legacy, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more deep, practical strategies you won't get anywhere else.